People are like coming to me with autoimmune diseases, and then their autoimmune diseases literally disappear. They go to their doctors, they're no longer creating antibodies. And their doctors are like, you had an autoimmune disease, where the fuck is it?
Hey guys, welcome back to Adamimmune, the channel about helping you improve your autoimmune health naturally. And today I have a special guest on this show, Rachel Barber, the Rachel Barber. Hi,
Hey guys,
how are you doing?
I am amazing. I'm happy
Good,
to connect with you.
good, good. Okay, so Rachel Barber works with chronically ill women, women mainly, I would say. Is that correct? Or
Yeah, mostly women, but I'm actually opening up to men currently. So I'm just shifting into men and women now.
okay, awesome. So guys, make sure you holler at her. I found her from the Rachel Barber on Instagram, so definitely check her out a page there. She's really awesome. Has some great posts, always the greatest stuff. And I was blown away when I first saw you. So it actually wasn't all that long ago. And I seen that you have a different take on this whole holistic approach, I would say, than a lot of people that I've seen. The main point was that you do it without medical intervention. Is that right?
Mhm. Yeah, so I teach people how to self-heal from chronic symptoms and chronic illness without medical help. Now, of course, some of my clients still choose to work with like doctors and do other medical treatments along with what I'm teaching, but you don't have to. If you go through the system that I teach, you can heal without doing all of that if you want to go that route.
Right. Yeah. Some people have journeys, they can look similar, but they're all a little different, right? I think
Yeah.
we know that. But I know of course it's the holistic approach. So you work on the mind, body, and the spirit, right? And
Mhm.
you have a diet approach and you have a mental approach. But that's what I'm really curious about today. Okay, it's not your fab method, right? This is a different method. Or let's see, you're the
Yeah,
fat
so the
adapted Bade method. Okay, explain that for us.
Yeah, the FAB method, that's Fat Adapted Babe. That is the eating style that I teach inside my program. It's a way to shift your body, your metabolic state into like a healing and anti-inflammatory state, which just really helps to promote healing and bring down symptoms, so that it just makes your healing journey a little bit easier.
Okay, sounds great. I'm all on board for that. I do keto seasonally,
Yeah.
and of course, always low carb. And then AIP, of course, is the anti-inflammatory diet or the lifestyle
Yeah.
that I choose to live. So it's all kind of similar there. I think you're doing mostly whole foods and cleaning the whole thing. So I think we're pretty
Mhm.
similar there. But
Oh
I would,
yeah, for sure.
but you have something that I have not. I've heard of it a few times, but I'm going to be totally honest here. I've been totally skeptical about the whole well, it's called brain rewiring, right?
Yes.
Will you
Yes.
explain just a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, like our brains are sending signals to our body constantly, right? Like for our lungs to breathe, for our heart to beat. It sends signals for us to experience like hunger, to experience fatigue, all of the things. So all of the symptoms that you experience on a daily basis, your brain is sending signals to your body for you to experience those symptoms. So in brain rewiring, what we're doing is we are creating new neural pathways in the brain, which basically means this allows you to like teach your brain to start sending new signals. So you can teach your brain to stop sending these signals of symptoms and illness to the body and start to send signals of healing to the body instead.
Okay. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. It sounds great, and I know I've looked through your the people that have tried this, and I'm seeing awesome results. So you can't argue with results.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think
exactly.
yeah, and so obviously I think it's something I want to look more into and dive deep into.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
how would someone say get started with that if you were wanting to do that?
I dedicate like a whole week in my program to teaching that. So it's not something you can just like cover in like a
Yeah,
minute, but
right.
what it is I teach like a 9-step brain rewiring process. So it's basically like brain exercises that you do. You can do it like lying down in bed with your eyes closed for an hour a day. I have my clients do it's like brain exercises. And by doing these brain exercises, this is how, and through doing this through repetition and being very consistent with it, this is how you start to shift the neural pathways in your brain and teach your brain to start sending different signals to the body. And I know it sounds like, what the hell is this? But it's actually scientifically proven. It's scientifically proven. There's been tons of study on it. It's like a real thing, and it is so powerful in helping you heal your body, but also just change the way your brain works. You will think differently, you will feel differently. It makes you feel like $1,000,000.
See, I'm on board for that. I know what a mental, change in perception can do for us, even health wise. So I do see that, especially, but I'm more of on a basic level. I've been, positive thinking. I'm trying to do the whole meditation thing. I'm not very good at it. I have a hard time shutting off my brain, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't see how, like, I'm totally on this food thing, the whole diet approach. So I'm working on the body. I'm working towards the whole mental and spiritual approach there, but I'm not quite there yet. But yeah, I think I will look into it further. And I think if anybody else wants to do that, I think they should definitely reach out to you. Clearly you're the expert on it there, and she's getting results, guys.
People are like coming to me with autoimmune diseases, and then their autoimmune diseases literally disappear. They go to their doctors, they're no longer creating antibodies. And their doctors are like, you had an autoimmune disease, where the fuck is it? Like, and they'll send them back for testing. Like, there are people healing from things that are supposed to be unhealable. So yeah, it's powerful stuff. And like you, I focused on diet for years, and it did help. It did help in my healing, but it wasn't the full piece. There's so much more to healing than just the physical. And when you focus on doing the physical stuff and the internal work through like the mind and the spirit, that is when like it changes the game. And that's when you really start to see like massive shifts.
Yeah. And see, that's what I'm looking for here. I've never claimed to know everything. That's how I look at it. I have one piece of the puzzle, and I don't even think I have that 100% figured out. I don't know if any of us really do figure out everything, but I feel like I got a solid, visual, at least for myself. But yeah, I feel like, I've told a lot of people here that I have suffered with anxiety for basically my whole life. So I'm always looking for new approaches to better that. Of course, diet has had a huge influence on that and improved even that. I would say 90%. I could barely leave the house at times. And now I'm basically living, I would say, almost a normal life. And yeah, my autoimmune diseases and all my, actual physical chronic illnesses are all in remission and gone. But I'm looking to optimize. I want to be, I don't want to say perfect, but I want to be my best. So I think that's something that we should all look into. And of course, the spiritual journey. How would you relay that? What does that look like to you?
So, like in my program, how I help my clients do this is I help them to connect to like themselves, their soul, their higher self, and their intuition. That way they can get more connected to receiving guidance on what to do, where to go, like how they can best treat themselves to heal. And then of course I help my clients create a connection with like whatever higher power they believe in, like whether that's God or the universe or whatever religion that they believe in. I teach them how to strengthen that connection. That way, because the more connected you feel, the more supported you feel, and the more faith and trust you're going to have in your life. And what that does is it's really going to help bring down your levels of fear and anxiety, which is very important in the healing process.
Yeah, agreed. That negativity, it really builds up in the body. It's all connected. I think, everyone listening is probably going to agree with that. So definitely leave a like, guys, and definitely go check out her Instagram, the Rachel Barber on Instagram. It's really awesome. Trust me on this one. All right. And is there anything you want to add on to this?
Just to share that if you're interested in brain rewiring, if you head to the link in my bio on my Instagram page, I share access to a free masterclass where I teach 3 ways that you can start brain rewiring today. So if you want like a little taste of it, head over there and you can get access to the free masterclass.
That's awesome. I will definitely be doing that. I highly recommend you guys all check that out. I really appreciate being on the show today. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.